Adam Payne here with the Video Marketing Insider, and in this video I'm going to reveal exactly how I made $16,694.50 in 5 days and how you can do this too. You don't need a massive audience, you don't need a whole bunch of tech skills. I'm going to open up my accounts and reveal everything. So without further ado, let's hop inside. Okay, so here we are inside of my payment processor, and I want to show you this just to show that I'm just not making this stuff up. So you can see here, $16,694.50 in gross revenue, just over $12,000 in net, and you can see here the dates, the 18th of December 2020 through to the 22nd. And if I refresh this page, you can see that I'm actually logged in and this is my account. There's my little profile picture up there. So that's just to prove that the figures are actually true. Now this was a small launch that I did internally, which means I launched to my own subscribers, but I didn't put a big notification on all the usual places. There was no JV page, there was no JV competition. I did everything in my own time. Now generally speaking, when people do these kind of launches, there's a lot of stress involved. You've got to create a JV page, you've got to get a competition up, you've got to provide JV resources and do a whole bunch of things. And you have to launch at times which generally please a North American market. Now I'm in Japan. Now I do not want to stay up until midnight or 1 or 2 a.m. to launch my product just to please my JVs. So I launched, I think it was 2 or 3 p.m. in the afternoon my time, which basically is the middle of the night for everybody else. But it means zero stress to me. You want to do things on your own terms. I launched to 5,000 subscribers approximately on my email list, which is incredibly small in the grand scheme of things. But as is shown here, it doesn't matter if you can generate these kind of results. Now, 2 people did end up promoting this particular launch. They're 2 people that I like, 2 people that I trust and respect. I didn't have to, provide them with a whole bunch of resources. They also have their own audience of people that know, like, and trust them. So they were managed to get great conversions on this particular launch as well. Now, speaking of conversions, if I go over here to this particular page here, this is the product in question. It was called YouTube Ads Kickstart. Now, I'll talk about the product itself in a second, and I'll show you the sales page and walk you through that. But I want to leave you some more information about the figures. So you can see here that we have the main product, we have one upgrade, and just out of screenshot here we have another upgrade. But basically it was a very small, simple funnel. Now we can see here that the main product was responsible for $7,687. The first upgrade drove just over $5,000, and the second one just a little bit under $3,500. We can see here that the checkout page is converted quite well. 39% on the main product, 91% on the first upgrade. So that basically means that almost everybody that got to the checkout page actually completed a purchase. Now the reason that this is 39%, which isn't too bad, well, there are a few reasons. Some people just decide when they get to the checkout page, they have second thoughts and they decide not to purchase. Some people try to purchase, but for whatever reason, Stripe declines or they don't complete it inside of PayPal. Who knows? But there are several reasons why that happens there. But you can basically see the figures are pretty nice. It converted well, and if we come up to the top here, we can see that overall the funnel converted at 25.66% with an 8.91 EPC. An average of $34 earning per sale. So basically some decent figures, considering that this is pretty much me and 2 of my friends promoting this particular launch. But all said, and not a bad bit of profit there for 4 days work. I've had worse days. Now, what do we need to do something like this? Well, first of all, yes, you'll need something like PayKickstart. You don't have to have PayKickstart, but you'll need a way to, sell your product and deliver your product. I use PayKickstart because they're very easy to use, they have great support, and they don't have a bunch of dodgy stuff going on like a lot of other places do. I'll talk about that in another video. You need, of course, something to sell. So this is the sales page for the product in question. Now, I do a lot of stuff in video marketing. I'm always communicating with my email list. I do have a small Facebook group as well. But I'm always in communication with people to know the things that people are either interested in, struggle with. I survey my list and I get ideas for training courses like that. I don't just magically make stuff up and cross my fingers. Now, because I know what my audience are potentially stuck with or interested in, and I know the general skill set of my audience, I decided to make this course. I also know that there are other courses out there which teach YouTube ads, but they can either be very, very expensive, they can be targeted to more advanced people, and there's not really much out there in my mind that targets beginners, but is also very, very in-depth. So I created this course. This sales page was made on ClickFunnels. Now, if I open up ClickFunnels, you can see here that I've got a bunch of funnels, but if I come down, I'll find this. There's the funnel in question, PayKickstart. So if I open up this funnel, I actually have my sales page, my first upgrade, my second upgrade, and then my thank you page. The reason that I like ClickFunnels personally is because it's drag and drop. Plus, I've been using it for a long time as well. You don't need to use ClickFunnels. You can use anything to create these pages. So anyway, let's go back over to the sales page. You can see here that I've got my tag manager installed. I've got my Facebook pixel installed. I don't have my Twitter tag or Bing tag for this particular launch. Now, the only thing that I didn't do myself was this particular logo. So I've got a virtual assistant that helps me out with a lot of graphic stuff, and I had them create the logo. I wrote all of the sales copy for this launch. I created all of the sales pages. I made the video sales letter. I did everything myself. Now, I'm not a professional sales page designer. I'm not a professional copywriter by any stretch of the imagination, but doing everything yourself takes you more time, but it also saves you money. I didn't have any expenses apart from, the expenses that I would have anyway for the tools that I use. So I've got the logo at the top. I've got a very simple hype-free headline because that resonates with my audience. My audience know that, push-button viral stuff, it's crap and it doesn't work. I know that stuff sells, and again, that's another topic for another day. Then if we come down here, I've got my video sales letter. So a video sales letter isn't something that you need to have, but because my stuff is in the video marketing niche, it makes sense to have a video on the sales page. So how do you make a video sales letter? Again, I've got videos on YouTube, and I'll leave a bunch of resources below this video in the description for you to check this stuff out. But in order to make a video sales letter, the first thing I did was write the script out. I then used this tool, which is free. You can use it on a Mac or a PC. It's called Audacity. And I recorded myself reading the script aloud. You need a couple of takes because sometimes you make mistakes, or you just make mistakes basically. But a couple of takes, and I had an MP3 file on my desktop of me reading out my video sales letter. I then use this product, which is called Vidnami. I've got a ton of videos in here. You can see here, these are the videos for the upgrades for this particular product. I copy and paste my script in here. I don't use any images basically. It's just a generic white background with my text. I decide which words are highlighted, and then I upload my audio, which is my scripts that I've read out, and then I sync it all. I've got tons of tutorials on how to use Vidnami, and it's super, super simple, and you can create video sales letters and all other kinds of videos, but it's really, really useful, and it makes creating video sales letters super easy. I then upload my video to Vimeo Pro. So I have an account with Vimeo Pro. I make sure that my video can only be embedded on the domains that I choose. And then, inside of ClickFunnels, I paste my Vimeo link and it appears here. And then I have this thumbnail added over the top. Then I've got my buy button, which has got my PayKickstart link. And then the rest of this is just sales copy that I've written. I've got images that I've taken. So I use something called TechSmith, which is a free image creator. It used to be called Jing, and I'll just take screenshots of stuff and then I'll put them. And ClickFunnels is really good because you can upload an image to their library, and they've got different themes, so you can give this image a nice little gloss here. Come down here. These are images that I actually got created for other launches. So again, you don't have to have these images, but these are ones that I got created for other stuff. That's just a picture of me. And there's no hype on this sales page. You know, I don't make crazy promises because it's not ethical. I don't tell people they can push a button, they're going to get results. And my audience respects and resonate with that. And there's nothing secret. You know, I tell people exactly what they're going to get. They're going to get 36 tutorials. It's going to be broken up into these sections. I've got testimonials from other people. And then I tell them exactly what they're going to get. This is your curriculum. And I actually go over every single lesson. So this is all of the stuff here. So, you know, there's nothing secret or hidden. I don't tell them that it's a great course and then they get 3 videos. I don't tell them that there are going to be videos and then they get PDFs. You know, I can't be clearer than this. So there's no blind copy. We come down past all of that. I then tell them the price. It was actually $27 when I did the launch, but the launch is over, so it's now $47. And the upgrades were a little bit cheaper than they are now because post-launch I encourage people to get in. And then I have a timer on my sales page. So when people were actually going through this, there'd be a timer. The second the timer ran out, I put the prices up because, again, if you're going to have fake scarcity on your launch, it's not fair to the people that buy during the launch because they're going to think, well, why did I bother? Plus, you're lying. So don't lie to people. If you're going to have scarcity, as soon as that timer runs out, remove the timer from the sales page, up your prices, and you're done. And then I provide FAQs and I explain what it is, you know. And I tell people that there is no refund. So if you're worried about refunds, don't buy it. And I give people a chance to email me as well, so they can ask me questions if they're not sure, and then do their due diligence and make a decision then. And then I've got all my legal pages and all that stuff. So it's not a super hypey, amazing, aesthetically pleasing sales page. It's basically, this is what it is, this is what you get, do you want it or not? And my audience, like I say, my audience resonate with that because they've been, you know, exposed to my stuff before and know that I don't do all of the hypey stuff. So we've got ClickFunnels to make, or any kind of page builder to make the page. We've got a payment processor to accept payments and to, you know, give people their receipt and all of that stuff. This syncs with my Aweber. So when people have purchased, they automatically go onto Aweber and then they can get emails from me as well. I use Vidnami along with Audacity. Now, Vidnami is not free, but Audacity is, to make the video sales letter. If you don't want to make a video sales letter, you don't need either of those. Now, the only thing that I also have, which I haven't shown you, is Product Dyno. So I'm going to pause the video and go and grab that. So here we are inside of Product Dyno, and if we scroll down here, you can see the product in question. Now, there are tons of ways that you can secure your content. Now, I've used Product Dyno in this case, and you can see I've used it for several other products as well. You don't need Product Dyno if you use WordPress. There are tons of different, you know, WordPress plugins. You've got Wishlist Member, Member Sonic, Member Mouse. There's so many options, and really you've got to choose the one that's best for you. The reason that I like Product Dyno for these smaller launches is because I don't need to host anything. It's very, very intuitive. You don't have to worry about security, and there's tons and tons of integrations. Product Dyno also integrates with PayKickstart. It also integrates with Aweber, so it's fine. If you're selling your product on ClickBank, it integrates with that. If you're selling it on other places, it'll integrate with that as well. And that's pretty much it. You know, it's basically comes down to having an audience. You don't need a big subscriber list. You say, I've got 5,000 people. It's small. Having an audience, knowing what they are interested in, creating a course to help them, and then syncing it all together. Yes, I've been doing this for a while, so I can set this stuff up a lot quicker than I could do when I did it for the very first time. But this stuff comes with practice. But I just want to show you that it's possible to, you know, make, you know, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in profit in a couple of days by doing this with a very small audience. Now, there are people out there that will put on Facebook and other social media their results for much, much bigger launches than this. But the problem is that's not showing you the big picture. I've done a 6-figure launch in about 5 days. We did about $120,000, I believe, in about 4 or 5 days, which sounds much better than the one I'm showing you now. But the trouble is I had 2 partners, split it 3 ways. Then you've got all the JVs. We had a bunch of JVs for that launch, which help us get to those figures. So you've got 50% there. We paid about £8 for a copywriter for the whole funnel. We paid somebody to make the sales page and all of this stuff. So when you took out all of the expenses, we made about a similar profit, 15 to 20 grand. But we had to deal with all the JVs. We had so much stress, so much pressure because of the way we did things. The way that I've done things here, it's just so stress-free. I do all the stuff myself. I use the tools at my disposal. I've got a smaller audience, but the profit is pretty much the same, and it's just a stress-free way of doing stuff. So whatever niche you're in, if you have a small audience of a few thousand people and you communicate with them so you know what struggles they have, what things they'd like to learn, you can create simple courses like this. You can do everything yourself. And if you want to outsource a few things, of course you do outsource what you want to do, but it's doable for anybody. And you don't have to worry about JVs. Therefore, if things take a little bit longer to set up, you work at your own pace. You launch when you want to launch. You don't have to worry about JV prizes or all of that stuff. Just do it your way. Live life on your terms, run your business on your terms, and it's a lot stress-free. I can hear my voice is cracking up. So I'm going to end this video. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comments below. Again, I will leave all of the tools and resources that I used in the description. You don't have to use them. They're just the ones that I used. Other than that, I hope you got some value from this. I tried to be as open as possible. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or you need more clarification, go and watch the video once more. Over on the right hand side, we have some more trainings and reviews, so go and watch those as well. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and hit the bell notification. Other than that, ask any questions you've got below, and I'll see you soon.